So apparently this week, it's National Drive Like an Asshole Week. So I realized maybe people aren't aware of proper freeway etiquette. Who better than me to teach you? Not that I'm really qualified to do this, but fuck it, I'm here. Hey Asians, you probably want to pay close attention. Just saying. What? They know. Come on, you guys know. So today, let's start with a little graphic to show you how the freeways work. So the far left lane with the little diamonds on it is called the HOV lane, or more commonly known as the carpool lane. Not many people are aware of this fact, but HOV stands for horribly old vehicles. The only cars that are allowed in this lane have to be at least 40 years old, and they have to be wobbling so much you think a tire's gonna pop up and hit you in the next lane. Another requirement is that some piece of this vehicle needs to be attached with duct tape. Typically, there has to be 5 or more passengers crammed into this little ticking time bomb, and they don't exceed speeds of more than 40 miles per hour. Behind this piece of is a humongous line of pissed off couples regretting their decision to join this lane in the first place. But there's a magical escape that nobody knows. Yes, there are double yellow lines on the outside of this lane, but that just means that nobody from the outside should cross into those lanes. Although I've never really seen anybody follow that. But if you look really closely, on the inside, there's a white line. This means if you want to exit, you f***ing can. You can do it. Now right now you might be feeling like a real dumb, but that sounds more like a you problem. How dare you? The next lane over to the right is called the fast lane. Technically, this should sort of function like the Autobahn. If you don't know what the Autobahn is, look it up. I'll wait. But today, due to global warming or national stupidity, there's a serious problem in the fast lane. The inhabitants of this lane are always going about 40 to 45 miles per hour, but are somehow always perfectly in sync with the trash bag in the HOV lane. Now normally, since you can't pass on the left, you think, hey, I'll pass them on the middle lane, right? Wrong! Because the middle lane is the home of the dick that drives in your blind spot. If you speed up, so does he. If you slow down, he decides, I'm gonna take it down a notch as well. Now the middle lane asshole, 99% of the time, he's on his cell phone, chatting, texting, masturbating, and he maintains this delicate balance between swerving and trapping you behind fast lane fucker. So the only way to get around all of these assholes is to slow down to a ridiculous speed and cut over to the right lane. Basically just shut your car off. So the right lane, or the slow lane, is meant for slow drivers and trucks. But apparently nobody got this memo. Are there even memos anymore? So you get into the slow lane, and surprisingly, it's so much faster than all the other lanes. You're sailing. You're like, woohoo! You bitches! As you speed past them and your hair is flying in the wind. Yeah! But, my little grasshoppers, heed this important warning. You must immediately get over to the left, or you're gonna be slamming on your brakes in what we call off-ramp backup. Once you are stuck in off-ramp backup, you will be looking longingly to the left, wishing that you stayed behind fast lane or blind spot. Suddenly, you will become a twitching, shifty-eyed freak trying to escape this madness that you're stuck in. you just can't quite judge the speed of the guy coming up on your left. And so you do all these fake starts. You're looking sideways. Is there a spot? Is there a spot? Is there a spot? And then you and your depth perception don't even know each other anymore. So while you're trying to look for these hopeful little gaps so you can get over to the left, you realize the guy in front of you in the slow lane is apparently trying to rack up all the good karma he can in the world because he's leaving a 5-mile gap and letting every motherfucker on earth in. Thank you, sir. So since you can't do shit, you resign yourself to just being stuck in the right lane. So once you've decided to live in the right lane, you then start to realize you have a sick amount of power. There are a ton of people to your left that want to get over to the right. So suddenly, you're pretty much God of the right lane. So you're cruising, keeping a couple inches between you and the in front of you. You look over to your left, blinky blinky over here. They're doing the... And then you monitor them and you're like, you know, I don't really like how much space you're leaving between you and the car in front of you. That's gonna impede my journey. Denied! Or it could also go the other way. You look and go, you're extremely attractive. Please go in front of me so I can stare at you in the rearview mirror. But if that happens, you must protect that gap so you can look at that hot person in the car in front of you. But it never fucking fails that the ugliest person on earth decides to cut right in and you have to slam on your brakes to avoid hitting this troll. And now they stole your fucking view. It's bullshit. You, my friend, the person that does this, are officially the asshole of the universe. And that's hard to do because the universe is huge. And I bet there are planets of assholes. But you're the winner.